Feminism Fails Women, Part 3. Feminists are erasing femininity and erasing women. I have literally read articles where people refer to pregnant women as birthing humans. What? Or they are allowing biological men who have an innate advantage over biological women to compete alongside women. They say that having babies and getting married and stewarding a family is ruining lives and ending lives. They take the unique superpower that women have to grow and foster life inside their own body and claim that it is ruining women's lives, and that the worst thing that could happen to a young woman is get pregnant outside marriage. And then they commit mass genocides against fetuses, many of which are women. They take all the qualities of women that makes us unique that we can bring to the table and act as if the way to be a woman is to be more like a man. They claim empowerment comes from working a 9-to-5 job for a company that does not care about you, but say that women who decide to stay home and take care of their kids are misogynists and are giving into the patriarchy. Now, I'm not saying women should be trad wives, but there is no choice anymore.
I think feminism is the worst thing that ever happened to women. Our job used to be no job. We had it so good. And then all these women had to show off and be like, we could do it. We could do anything. Bitch, shut up. Don't tell them the secrets.
How Feminism Fails Women, Part 2. I've seen feminism be extremely disingenuous when talking about women's issues. They say that we don't have the same rights as men. I would like to hear one right that women don't have that men do. People will often bring up the wage gap, and yes, the wage gap is true to an extent. Overall, women make less than men in America. It is not because of some massive conspiracy that the patriarchy is scheming behind our backs. When all studies are taken into account, women are shown to make about 99 cents to the man's dollar. And that is within the margin of error. A few of the factors that I'm referencing are that women don't demand raises as frequently. Women tend to work less hours. Women go into different fields than men that tend to pay less. And then people will say to me, it's the patriarchy that's causing women to go into these fields. Have you ever just thought that men and women have different interests? Women tend to be a lot more nurturing and caring, which is why a lot more women go into things like teaching. Women are more creative and are better communicators than men, which is why we go into fields like advertising or communications. Men are better at analytical things, which is why there's more engineers. And that's not the patriarchy, that is human nature.
I used to be a doctor too.
You have lost yourself to madness.
I changed career paths.
What's your bad feminist opinion? Mine is...
I don't want to be equal to men. I don't want to be treated like a man. I don't want the same responsibilities as a man. I simply love being a woman, and I love every single part that comes with it. And I think when talking about feminism, we really like to talk about women's pain, which is completely valid, completely fine. But if we're using active verbs, it's not women get raped more than men. It's more men rape women. All those negative associations that are tied to being a woman, it's not because of women, it's because of men. And if I was a man, I wouldn't want that for myself, for my gender. I don't want to become an oppressor. Men literally get shamed for being self-aware. I don't want that for myself. That's disgusting. Men orgasm once and then fall asleep. My version of feminism is believing that women are powerful just as they are. We don't have to be like men to prove that we're equal.
I don't think modern day feminists want equality between men and women. I think they want to be men. They don't take any pride in being feminine. They grow their armpit hair out. They say we need to bring down the patriarchy. But who is the patriarchy? Do you think it's men who set all these standards for women to uphold in the beauty world? You're forgetting that other women set the standards too. As a woman, I think armpit hair on women is disgusting and unhygienic. I'm a woman setting that beauty standard, not a man. I also think a woman should pride herself on being a good mother and taking care of her family in the home. Not to say that you can't have a job at the same time, but no one can do what a mother can do, and you should be proud of that, not want to destroy that. Men and women are not the same, and that's beautiful. I'm proud to be a woman. I don't want to be a man. So on behalf of all women who like being women, can you guys stop trying to make us men?
How could you be okay with Mom parading herself around like this? I mean, she's half naked. It makes all women look bad.
Meg, who let you back in the house?
In Islamic countries who are being discriminated against, who don't have the same access to education, to healthcare, to
That's part of the struggle, obviously.
I think the important thing is that we're talking
about feminism in this country, we're talking about women in this country, we should not be using the terrible situations of women and men in developing countries to boost the feminist campaign. Speaking personally as a woman, I don't feel I have ever experienced disadvantage
Are you a
by
feminist?
virtue. Absolutely not. No. I'm strongly opposed to feminism, and this idea are things stacked against women. When I look around me, the evidence is pointing to actually things are stacked against men. I mean, if you look at the education system, all the way through, boys are disadvantaged in relation to girls, resulting in 33% more women ending up at university, resulting in the fact that up to the age of 35, women are actually earning slightly more than men. There are all kinds of ways. When I look around,